Well, as New South Wales marks its worst day since the pandemic began, more than 50,000 Year 12 students are preparing to return to the classroom.
Hello, imagine being in Year 12 right now. Rapid testing will be rolled out at schools and students in high-risk areas will be prioritised for the Pfizer jab. One concerned parent saying the move puts the HSC in front of people's lives. To discuss, we're joined by 4 Year 12 students, Paris in Bexley North, Nathan in Greystanes, Tristan in Fairfield and Chloe in Chifley. Hey guys, nice to see you all. Hey,
morning guys.
Hey, call me. Paris, you go to school in Canterbury and live with your elderly grandparents. Tell us about your life at the moment, how concerned you are.
I am extremely concerned, but as much as I want to graduate and do my exams, I don't want to risk going to Canterbury one bit. I have to catch public transport in order to go to school, so that creates a bigger risk for me catching the virus, and I don't want to risk anyone. And as I know, a lot of students catch public transport as well. So if we catch the virus, not only students, teachers, and parents suffer as well. And I don't want anyone to suffer from this anymore. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, what about if you get given the Pfizer injection? Have you thought about that? Has your year group thought about that?
I'm all for it. I really want to take the vaccine, as it will make me safer and make my family much more safe as well. As I know, all my friends want to take the vaccine as well, so I'm all for it.
Okay.
And Nathan, you go to school around Parramatta. You're keen to go back and also to get the jab. You don't have any concerns?
Yes, Sophie, I think being locked down, we've seen that the HSC, it's been really, really tough to do virtually, and I think we really need that sense of collaboration in physical and face-to-face learning. And saying that the vaccine does provide that level of reassurance that when we do go back, we will be that little bit safer. However, that does not mean that other people aren't going to be susceptible to the virus, and I'm still unsure if the government is prioritising the right things at the moment.
You must be kind of uncertain about how it's all going to be done for you, how the exams are going to go. I know you're going back in a couple of weeks, and whether or not you're going to get, special allowances. Do you feel like you deserve it?
At this point, we really don't know. It's been really unclear, and even with the news about rapid testing and vaccines, we're just not too sure about the feasibility of it. So we've been kind of left in the dark, but we're hoping that there's some further news and further information about it to come out, just to alleviate some of the pressure, not only on us, but also on our parents and on all the teachers and other families and communities within our local government areas.
My goodness, you just use a lot of words I've never heard of.
Yeah, future PM.
Wow,
right
future Today Show host.
Tristan, you live in Fairfield and go to school in Liverpool, so you're right in the thick of it. Do you feel safe going back?
Yeah, I for sure won't use the big words there, but on speaking on behalf of Year 12 students in southwest Sydney, we don't feel safe returning to school in 2 weeks. We feel that the push for Year 12s to return to school with the current case numbers in Sydney is a major risk to students, teachers, and even families. And the current stress and mental risk, health risk on Year 12 students is very high. Most of us are struggling with the workload, trial exams, no social contact, no sport, and now we're expected to take the vaccine and return to school with very high cases in the community. I can say most of my year, and we're all very unsure about taking the vaccine for Western Sydney Year 12 students. I think we're a bit unsure. We don't feel safe taking the vaccine, and it also the vaccine is proven that it doesn't stop the spread of the vaccine, so you can still contract the virus and you can still spread the virus. And even though we're vaccinated, if we do get vaccinated, we can still take it home to our family at home who aren't vaccinated at that time. So, yeah, it's still a massive risk. And a lot of people live with elderly people as well. So that just creates more vulnerability and an accident waiting to happen.
Are you worried about not getting the marks to get into the courses that you want to get into because of, homeschooling, because of the pandemic?
Yeah, that's another problem we've all had. I've spoken to many schools in Western Sydney, many of my friends. We're struggling to have that motivation to keep up with the workload. And our best relationship some days is us and our computer. We're on the computer.
Look, my heart bleeds for you guys. I really genuinely feel for you. There are other parts of Sydney, of course, where my daughter goes to high school. and she just wants to go back to school because there are no COVID cases, so she doesn't have those same concerns. Chloe, your school is outside of those high-risk areas, so you won't be prioritised for the jab. How are you feeling about everything?
Yeah, I am quite worried, not only because going back to school unvaccinated could be risking the lives of our teachers, ourselves, and the general public, but also because a single COVID case that we get could instantly undo all the measures that the school has already put in place for trials and HSC, which throws us into so much more instability. However, it is really a double-edged sword because so many of us do want and need to get back to school. You know, on a pragmatic level, as a dance student, it's incredibly frustrating to not have access the facilities that I need to work on my major works, and so many other practical students are in the exact same situation. But on an emotional level, our final 2 years of school have been marred with so much uncertainty. Like, I don't think any of us here could have imagined doing Year 12 and Year 11 and then doing Year 12 again in a situation like this. But at the end of the day, we're aware that we will be, in one way or another, NESA will be giving us an HSC and an ATAR. However, it's the true experiences of Year 12, you know, the school camps, school shows, formals, graduations. Those are the stuff that's been taken away from us, and NESA can't really give those back to us. They're irreplaceable. Yeah. So because of that, us Year 12s just really want to spend, well, those that can do it safely, just really want to spend the last few weeks of school together, surrounded by support from our school and our families and our teachers in the safest way possible.
Beautifully said. Look, we really feel for you, and it's great to hear from you, from Year 12s themselves, rather than everyone having their opinion about what Year 12s think. Thank you for being on our show. All the very best, and we hope you can do the best you can and go where you want to go next year. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
What an impressive bunch, eh?
Incredible. The future is bright, and I hope the government can listen to them instead of just making assumptions about Year 12s all the time. I mean, they're fantastic.